Hi, what's up, everyone? It's Circus. This is going to be a little bit off topic of what I usually do because I just found it interesting. Uh, us as human beings, we like to test our limits. You know, go to the highest peaks, the lowest depths for personal achievement. From anything like ascending or climbing Mount Everest to spelunking in caves, deep as the earth core itself, it may be. Why do we do these things? Like I said, some of it's probably for personal achievement, maybe a couple's retreat. Maybe you just want to, you just want to do something that nobody else has done, and probably for a reason. It's the adrenaline rush. It's the high, I guess. Yeah. So I'm going to go over some that I think are absolutely ridiculous. Because there is some on this list where you're like, skateboard and stuff like, yeah, I get it. Extreme, but there's other ones. So let's start with cave diving. What do you think that you can accomplish diving in a cave? Now I'm going to go with all the negatives of all these. So I'm going to tie this in with spelunking. If you know what spelunking is, it's where basically people want to test their limits and go through crevices that probably even a toddler couldn't get through and then get stuck. And eventually they can't rescue them out usually. Cave diving. Have you ever seen the movie The Descent? All you cave divers, go watch it. And you know what? That's fine. If you want to be stuck in a crack boots out, and that's all I can remember you by, that's fine. Not my thing. Why do we do it? Who knows? Maybe there's some buried treasure down there. Well, yeah. Base jumping. Base jumping. Hey, you jump off, you got a parachute. Maybe you can team it up with a base jump squirrel suit and make it even more extreme. Yeah, what happens if the chute just doesn't work and you're close to the edge? You're going to hit every piece of that rock all the way down. Doesn't sound too fun to me. But hey, you accomplished something. You did something extreme. You did something that I wouldn't do. And that's why I'm still here. Okay. Bungee jumping. Did you ever see the one? I don't want to bring it up. But there was a situation where the bungee wasn't tied to the person. Okay. You never can trust the cord. I mean, you can't even trust your own feet that you're walking on because sometimes we stumble, right? So why am I going to, this was designed by God. Why am I going to trust something that's been manufactured? I mean, yeah. But anyway, they said go. They were talking to her boyfriend. She wasn't strapped in. Not going to speed up. Not going to speed up death here. Bungee jumping is out. Rafting, I get it. Free diving. Guess what? We don't have fins. We don't have flippers. Even though you put your little flippers on and think you can speed through. Yeah, we're not made for the ocean. And yet again, there's sharks. Free diving? What? You feel free because you're diving in the water? All right. I get it. People got to do it because they feel like they have to do these things, but you don't. Yeah, kite surfing. That's always great. You could either obviously another parachute, you're surfing and it pulls you up in the air. Seems like a great experience. And it go either way. One wind gust could break the cord, you could lose your handling and smash into probably some rocks, or yet again float to shark-infested water. That's their world, not ours. We can't even handle ours. Why are we? No, not an ocean guy. Canoeing. Caving again, that's with Splunk. That's in spelunking. That's on the list. Ice climbing. You know they have indoor stuff where you can climb too with safety ropes and everything like that. Sometimes it's not always good to do the real thing. Like I know you want to see it visually yourself, like climbing Mount Everest, but would you walk into a room just to see a bunch of vipers, poisonous vipers. They're just locked in the room. You want to go through that experience? That's an extreme sport, right? Ice climbing. I don't know what slackening is. Snowboarding, no. Yeah, I get it. Go too fast. Avalanche. Yeah. Don't mess with the snow either. Maybe the occasional Yeti will come get you. Yeah. Either or. Snowboarding, yeah, I get it. Ziplining. I love when people get stuck in the middle. I love it. It's so funny, and they got to keep edging. Somebody usually has to come through and like kick them in the back to speed them up. Yeah. Have you ever seen that one when they do that? That's great. Yeah. Ziplining. I mean, ziplining is kind of cool. It's not as extreme, I guess. Bouldering now, whatever. That's usually in there. So, hang gliding. Yet again, one wind gust can take you anywhere. I mean, it's just certain sports. Like, you ever see when people go, I'm just talking about extreme sports in general, and why I think like there's a point when have you ever seen, like, especially rock climbers, have you ever seen like the mountain goats, how they go on the side of the rock to avoid basically being somebody's prey, usually like a snow leopard like that? They have hooves that are built for that. Naturally, they're built, and their bodies are built for that. So a lot of the rock climbers, when they're rock climbing, it looks cool until you fall, right? So it actually looks cool when you fall until the sudden stop at the end, and then you're like, oh, damn it. We get some medical over here? Oh, yeah, we're pretty far out, huh? Restricted zone. Because, you know, they're like testing their mites. So you go by these little anchors and these ropes. You got to depend on your other climber. I'm not really like that. I know there's going to be some, oh, man, I rock climb. It's not like that, man. It's truly safe. You just got to know the arch of the mountain and the rock, and then you put the anchor in. I'm not going to be putting something that's man-made into something that's God doesn't build in straight lines. So every little crack's different. It's not like it's universal. So I'm going to hook a anchor in there, truss that with a rope, with another safety rope, and then I get up there and I get my accomplishment. Or the anchor doesn't work, and then I get, I don't know. Because a lot of people will be like, well, you need to do these extreme things so you can be one with the earth. Yeah, you will eventually be one with the earth, eventually when you die. Because everybody goes back to the earth and heaven and wherever you think. Yeah, you get to that point, right? But you don't speed it up. And then you'll get a lot of them. They'll say that you don't know what it's like to see the peak with your own eyes of Mount Everest. No, I don't have to, because you just told me about it. Tell me about it. Explain it. Because I can envision it too. Because it's been in a lot of movies, and they have like overhead drones that can see it too. And I'm not going up there with zero oxygen stuff. And then let's say I were to go, right? The first body I seen if I see somebody at the base already out, I'm not even going. Not even going. Huh? You and the ice wall climbers, dude, this isn't Game of Thrones. You're not the wildlings. No. What are you guys doing? Climbing ice? Yeah, do you know it's one of those just shimmies? Ice could drop, cause like a tsunami. Let's say you're doing it in, like, I don't know, Antarctica. So you do that, the ice drops because it was taking that one little thing, cause a tsunami. Maybe a avalanche. That's always great. Yeah, because we're just chimps. But so to see it, we have so much technology and everything. Just like, like the Ocean Gate people, they messed it up for everybody, didn't they? To go out there and be adventurous, to go see the Titanic, when actually their version was not as good as James Cameron's version that was done back in the day. Because I was looking at some of the footage from the sub, and it was looking like kind of like VHS recording, bro. I'd rather see the other one, you know what I mean? Like, it's all good. I don't know what's up with us and pushing our limits. Like, want to push our limits. Yeah, to a point you do, but not to death. Because you know what I mean? It's your accomplishment is over because you want to do these silly things. I don't understand with some of these extreme sports. Spelunking just kills me. You know full well when you look at something, you have some type of depth perception. You cannot fit through there. There's no way. And then they try and do it with like gear on. It's funny. And then they'll start shedding their gear. They're like, I got to shed my gear. And I'm like, you might want to start shedding your skin, muscles, and bones to fit through there. I don't even think an ant could get through there. And then it gets stuck, and then the people got to rush you. So thank you for, I got to go back to that with Ocean's Gate. So didn't they pass that thing because of those idiots going to see the Titanic, which like anybody can see the Titanic. It's a tomb. Leave them alone. That's a graveyard. You keep disrespecting by going, let it run its course. Let it run its course. It's a habitat for other creatures now and a tomb. Why do we always have to resurrect stuff? Why do we always have to do it? But because of them, they passed that thing for, if you're in international waters now or out there, they don't have to come get you. If you're doing something illegal that hasn't been passed or anything like that, hey, it's on you. I mean, naturally, as human beings, we'll probably go out there anyway. There's probably some country, you know what I'm saying? Somebody probably will do it. Some local fisherman trying to be a hero and get on the news will probably go out there and do it. I don't know. Like, when you do stuff like that, you also risk the lives of people that have to come save you. You also give people emotional trauma from your stupidity for only caring about yourself. People that do those things, that's all they care about. They're like, we're a team, we're going to rock. No, you want to be for your personal gain. That's what that is. So you can get that little Polaroid or that picture that you can put up in your freaking office and be like, yeah, that's when I was rock climbing, man. It was the highest peak. Or they could be showing a picture of you on your coffin because it'll probably be closed casket. That's up to you. So for all y'all extreme sports people, good for you. Good for you. That's what you do. I'm good right here talking through a microphone. Pretty safe. Although at any time you never know a meteor might hit and then wouldn't matter, right? I'll leave it up to him, not to me. But anyway, that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I want everyone to subscribe. And I do mean everyone. Spelunking. Why do we spelunking? It even has a weird name, spelunking.